Hey YouTube, this is Jack. I just wanted to pop in with some quick thoughts on the UAP Task Force. And that's right, the UAP Task Force is now official. Before it was in a bill and it was proposed, but now it is officially official. It is a real task force that the government is admitting to related to UFOs and UAPs. Now, of course, I'm sure they have some secret groups that are and have been dealing with UFOs and UAPs for a long time. I highly doubt that the UAP task force is the only thing they have going. That doesn't make any sense at all. The government has been keeping all of this a secret for a long, long time. But regardless, the UAP task force is now active, and we know who is managing it, who's leading it, and the public can hopefully see what they're doing. That's the most exciting part about the UAP task force to me, is that it is at least semi-public. I don't know how much of their findings they're going to release, if any. But at least we know they're there, and I believe they will release some stuff. Probably not the juicy stuff. Now, the big question that I have is that, as I've said before, surely there are other programs within the government dealing with this issue. So how much are they going to have to do with the UAP task force? And I know we're supposed to call it the UAP TF, that's the new acronym, but that's a horrible acronym. ATIP was a much better, easier to say acronym. UAP task force, to me, sounds better than UAP TF, and there's really no way to make UAP TF into a word like ATIP could be said as a word. UTUF. No, it doesn't work. So the task force, the UAP task force, is possibly the latest in a line of government projects like Project Blue Book, Project Grudge, etc., that were officially supposed to suppress information about the phenomenon. In Project Blue Book, they were trying to debunk all the sightings, and they did, as swamp gas, as whatever. And we know that was bogus and that was BS, but that's what they did. And in fact, it was so bogus and so BS that the head of the project eventually converted and became a believer in UFOs and a proponent of disclosure. So how much does the UAP task force have to do with whatever other projects or agencies or groups that the government has going on this issue? Like, take Area 51, and the Air Force obviously has a serious investment in the UFO issue, and they have been delving into it for many decades. And we don't even know the extent of what they've been doing. There's a lot of rumors about a secret space program, deals with non-human races. We don't know. That sounds very fantastic, but there's actually some pretty good evidence for some of it. So putting the conspiracy theories aside, conspiracy theories that may be real, the Air Force does obviously, clearly have a stake in all this, and programs going related to it that are very sophisticated and advanced. As we know from Bob Lazar, they actually have whole ships. Bob said there were 9 alien saucers that he was aware of, that the Air Force was working on, that they were studying and reverse engineering and maybe even trying to get those ships to work. And in fact, he said he saw one fly, multiple ones fly, but he was specifically invited to see one fly. So what does the UAP task force have to do with these other programs, if any? Do they have any access to them? Are they even aware of them? For me, that's really the critical issue, because obviously the government already knows stuff. They've had this going for a long time at a very advanced stages, possibly extremely advanced. So, are they going to coordinate with the UAP Task Force and let them in on what is going on or not? Or does the UAP Task Force know what's going on, and this is the public face design of the government's interest in this, designed to distract us from Area 51 and the other very advanced projects the government has going that have been going on for many decades. So is the UAP Task Force really a cover for something else? That is the main question that I have with UAP Task Force. I'm trying to be very positive and optimistic about it. And part of me is, I love how this all came about, that the public is finally waking up to this reality. I'm trying to be very positive and optimistic about the UAP Task Force, but there's been so much BS on this issue from the government for so long. Active disinformation campaigns and suppressions and intimidation and brainwashing, basically. Well, that's what it is. That's what the government has been doing for the last 70 plus years, is brainwashing the public not to believe in this issue. So with that in mind, are they about to change course now? To me, that seems unlikely. Hopefully the UAP Task Force is insulated from some of that or all of that. It might almost be better for us, for the public, for the UAP Task Force to not have any involvement or even any knowledge of that other stuff, because that would keep it pure and keep it public as much as possible. Is that what's really going on? I don't know. Why don't you tell me your thoughts in the comments below? As always, please like and subscribe. Are you excited about the UAP Task Force finally becoming official and real? Or are you like me and you're a little skeptical? And anyway, let me know again in the comments below. Thanks and have a great day.